Fortunately, we got a boy and his name is Shimon. Finally, thank you very much for everyone. And I'll put a toast for wedding couple. And Neha is our now family member. She is welcome. And thank you very much once again to all. Thank you.
Yay!
Hi guys. I'm going to turn things around a little bit, and I'm going to start with a toast. And it's also not for you guys, because
Closer to the mic.
sorry about that. Where are the bridesmaids? I see some of you there. Could you please stand up? There they are. Aren't they lovely? And ladies, you've been wonderful. You know, so much has gone right because of you, especially the dances. And I'm going to start with a toast. Please raise your glasses, and we will toast the bridesmaids.
I'll stand back there.
Yeah, there is quite a lot, but you know, I'm going to stick to a few things. I see Bart sitting there, and when these guys were, I'd say, maybe 5 years old, they want to get together. And you know what I would do? 9 years old. And I, ride over to Bar's place, take Shimon there, and they'd have a good time. I pick him up in the evening. And, we did it a few times. And then after a bit, Shimon realized that, you know what, he could ride the bike. So there went my first bike. A few years later, same thing happened to my first moped, my first motorcycle. And Shimon, you can shake your head if I'm wrong about this, but in fact, the first car that I bought, actually, Shimon had that for longer than I did. Well, now I take public transit, so sorry, Shimon, it's over. I'm gonna, most of you guys have probably seen my kids sitting up front here. I have 9-month-old twins, a girl and a boy. And, parenthood, especially being a new parent, are first. And being a new parent kind of makes you think about, contemplate what is it that you'd like them to do. And of course, I think all of you who are like experienced parents are probably going to tell me to stop thinking about that. It's useless. They're going to do what they want anyways. But still, indulge me. And I especially, I think about Rory, and our son Rory. And I think about what I'd like him to do in his life. And, some of this might seem kind of familiar, so just bear with me. I'd really like him to work hard, to think of something that he really likes and wants to do, and focus on it intensely. And maybe that would lead to a PhD, and maybe that would lead to other great things. But definitely, that's certainly one aspect that I'd like him to focus on. I'd like him to be open to the world. I'd like him to be curious. I'd like him to travel. And those travels could take him to places as far as South Africa, could be China, could be Russia, could be Brazil, and maybe even further. But that, is something that I'd like him to do. I'd like him to get around and, explore the world with, curiosity. I'd like him to think about, life beyond work and fun. And maybe, sports, maybe even run a marathon. And that would be cool, wouldn't it? I'd like him to, as a parent, I don't want him to ever really go through hard times, that's just being a parent. But in all probability, there will be tough times along the way. Life isn't always easy. If and when those come along, I'd like him to persevere. I'd like him to stick with it. Realize that there are people who are with him and people who, will support him. But then ultimately, it's for him to go through and do, what needs to be done. And, that's certainly one of my wishes for him. I'd like him to understand that you're born into your family and you make friends along the way, but to keep those friends and to stay close to the family, you have to work at it. And it's not always easy, but if you do that, then lots of people show up for your wedding. and then certainly I'd like him to meet somebody that completes him. I'd like him to be with somebody who's as smart and intelligent as he is, maybe a bit more. I'd like, it's beauty isn't everything, but it helps. So I'd like him to find somebody, who he enjoys being with and who makes him want to be a better person. And then, of course, in all of these respects, as I think about it, what I'd like Rory to do is be like his uncle Shimon. And Shimon, there it is. That's really what I'd like to say to you. I'd like you to be his role model. And I'd like him certainly to meet somebody as lovely as Neha and, bring to our family.
And now, ladies and gentlemen, please welcome the bride's brother, Sumit Ajmani.